Truth is making a comeback. America's Top Stories with Lisa K. Donner.
We're debuting a new segment on Truth is Making a Comeback this week called The Truth About. Each week we will choose a different subject and attempt to give you the salient points without the propaganda or spin. This week our topic is the illegal immigrant population and crime. Here's a bit of background information that is relevant. Immigrants and their U.S.-born children now number approximately 86.4 million people, or 27% of the overall population. There were 11 million unauthorized immigrants in the U.S. in 2015, and that ticked upward to 11.3 million in 2016. Mexicans no longer make up the majority of illegal immigrants. This is due to an influx in Asian and Central American immigrants. According to the Pew Research Center, the U.S. civilian workforce includes approximately 8 million unauthorized immigrants, accounting for 5% of those who were working or were unemployed or looking for work. But what is the size of the immigrant population compared to the total U.S. population? That's a crucial question when factoring the amount of immigration per capita. Looking back almost a half century, we can see that the share of immigrants in the U.S. in relation to the U.S. population has more than doubled, from 4.7% in 1970 to 13.5% in 2016. Now let's take a moment to look at the demographics of these people. 52% are women. This number has remained relatively steady in the last 40 years or so. In 2017, of all those born in the U.S. with at least one immigrant parent, 44% were children, compared to 23% of those born with U.S. parents on both sides. This means that the immigrant population is outpacing those with U.S. parents by almost double. Now let's take a brief look at how many criminal aliens are coming to the U.S. While it is true that a higher immigrant population does not mean a higher crime rate overall, this should be taken in context. How many of those who come into the U.S. are actual criminals already? According to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection, the term criminal alien refers to aliens who have been convicted of one or more crimes, whether in the U.S. or abroad. As you can see, 12,842 arrests of criminal aliens were made in 2016, 8,531 in 2017, and thus far in 2018, there have been 5,829 arrests. Getting to the nitty-gritty in terms of crime statistics for illegals is no easy task. It took two search engines. One was so one-sided in its information listings, I had to go to another. But here are a few of the key numbers. In Los Angeles, Albuquerque, and Phoenix, 75% of those on the most wanted list are illegal aliens. Of the inmates in New Mexico, 48% are Mexican. In California, 25% of all inmates in detention centers are Mexican nationals. In Arizona, 40% of all inmates are of Mexican descent. In Arizona, Texas, California, New Mexico, and Nevada, over 53% of all investigated burglaries were committed by illegal aliens. According to a report by the Crime Prevention Research Center, immigrants age 15 to 35 in Obama's Deferred Action Childhood Arrivals, or DACA individuals, commit crime at twice the rate of young U.S. citizens. In Arizona, for instance, DACA-age immigrants represent 71.2% of the undocumented immigrants in prison. DACA-age undocumented immigrants are 884% more likely to be convicted of crimes than their share of the population. And in Arizona, undocumented immigrants, not just DACA, are at least 142% more likely to be convicted of a crime than other Arizonans. So there you have it, just a few pearls of truth about illegal immigration in America, as well as some relevant information about crime without the propaganda or spin.
Truth is making a comeback. Visit us at libertynation.com.